Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Power Book 4 Force Season 2. I believe this is episode 3, so let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so the show starts with Tommy being very upset that they shot not only at him, but shot up his damn car. He done met Diamond out on the street somewhere, and hell, it could be anybody. It could be the Serbs. It could be Miguel and his crew. But Tommy believes that it was probably Janard or somebody from his crew. Diamond was like, I told you when you went out there to pop old boy, what was his name? Can't even think of it. That it was gonna be trouble, it was gonna start a war, So Diamond's like, let me talk to Janard, and Tommy was like, no, let me talk to him. I promise I won't make it worse. I was like, he ain't gonna make it better. So Tommy goes and finds Janard, and he was just like, he didn't appreciate them motherfuckers trying to shoot him. When he saw the look on Janard's face, though, he was like, oh, so you don't have control of your crew. Oh, okay, well, yeah, they shot at me, I guess in retribution for Chewy. But that shit ain't been backfired. They didn't hit me and kill me, obviously, but they did kill a little 8-year-old girl. Okay, so this is gonna be bad for business for everybody. So Janard is looking like he got the bubble guts. I was like, poor Janard, he ain't gonna last under all this pressure. All right, but Tommy was like, you better handle your boy, okay, before I do. So now Janard is stressed, but of course he has to play it off for his girl that's at the house, because Tommy came to the house. He kind of mentioned to her that he need her to move some drugs, and she was like, nigga, is this what you was trying to do? Are you crazy? Like, you think I'm about to move drugs for you in my business? And he was just like, just forget I asked. And she was just like, I'm just playing. All right, what you need me to do? Baby girl will do whatever as long as it's the right price. And he was just like, oh, word? And she was just like, yep, she'll even keep an eye on the crew if that's what she need to do, as long as you pay up. Well, Janard can do that. All right, in the meantime, let him dick her down, child. They're having a rally for the little girl on the streets. The community is sick and tired of being sick and tired. There's a young man that's talking to the community. He's gonna make sure to help clean up these streets. And of course, everybody is watching, including the crew. Okay, even Janard. Now they looking for what was old boy named Stacy? Oh no, child, it's K. So anyway, they was looking for K. Well, Janard is looking for K, and of course the crew ain't trying to tell Janard. And Janard have to remind them who's the boss here. I was just like, you might have to remind us too, Janard, your slip is hanging, baby. Things is falling apart for you. But now they got new problems, because on top of the police after him, now the community is after him too. Now, jumping over to Tommy's family. So JP, is that his name? Or is it JT? JP is at the house with his young son. JP wasn't there for his son, so now it's kind of, it's a little awkward. Like, the son don't do chores and all that. Like, you can't get this grown-ass kid to try to, you all of a sudden trying to parent him. JP was like, let's talk about that, that I wasn't around. Well, what was the reason? Well, JP felt a little embarrassed about what his true sexual preferences were. And so when he was leaving, his wife told him, that basically that she didn't want a gay man raising her son. Okay, so he left. And he was ashamed, so he never really tried to look for his son. His son was just like, we in the same city, and you mean to tell me, like, how is it that other people find me before you found me? Well, I guess his father wasn't really looking. Anyway, while they're having this conversation, Tommy come busting in. He all riled up about being shot at, and he's telling JP. Now, Tommy has this gun, and the gun is hot, remember? So Tommy has JP hide it. Of course, JP hides it right in front of his son who is antsy in the house, wanting to get out back into them streets. And JP's dumbass hides the gun right there if you call it hiding, he hides it in a little drawer right there in the fucking living room. I was just like, you could tell he ain't no damn daddy. He ain't even got no good sense. Nephew want a gun. Tommy says he ain't getting no gun. And if you catch him in the streets, that's his ass. And the nephew was just like, I can't be naked and afraid out there in them streets. I need to have some sort of protection. You ain't gonna be in them streets. At least that's what JP and Tommy think. Tommy calls somebody and lets them know that, you know what? Janard is supposed to be handling somebody in his crew. All right, so as soon as that happens, please let him know. Then he calls Miguel's sister. He texts Miguel's sister. He's trying to get a date with her. She don't respond. And then there is a knock at the door, and it is Kate. Okay. And Tommy's like, oh my God, Mom, not right now. She was just like, no. Listen, I need to talk to you. He was like, I ain't got nothing, you know. You gonna have to check with somebody else. And she was just like, wait a minute, hold on. I'm trying to, bless Kate's heart, child. She trying to make amends with everybody. You know, now she's in AA. And one of the things is you have to go back and apologize to the people that you hurt. So this is now the new Kate trying to make amends with Tommy. Okay. So she was like, sit down. I got something to tell you. And he's just sort of like, what, Mom? And she was just like, you know, I just want to make amends. So I apologize, you know, for being such a shitty mom. Okay. And he was just like, I mean, is that all you got to say? And she was just like, yeah. I mean, I'm saying I'm sorry. And he was just like, but what you sorry for? Okay. Are you sorry for? And then, of course, Tommy has a whole list of things that she's done. She was like, damn, you got a list? He was like, yes, I do, actually. You thought that it was going to be that easy, but no, it's not. It ain't been easy being your son either. So, yeah, Tommy don't really let her off the hook too much. But Tommy ain't even got time to sit down and talk to Kate while she trying to resolve issues, okay? He got something to do. So, all right, Mom, thank you for apologizing and all. You go on and go. I got other things to do. Now, Janard's still stressed. He's still trying to find Kay, okay? And he tells his girl that, and she was just like, you cannot turn on your crew, okay? Because you'll have a mutiny on your hands for real, for real. So he's pissed that he told Kate personally not to touch Tommy, and now he done shot and killed this little girl, you know. So he upset about it. She was just like, I'm telling you, that's not the best thing to do. He was like, well, fuck you then. She was just like, what, nigga, fuck me? Well, how's it fuck me when you was just fucking me earlier? Okay, you know how these niggas do. And she was just like, that's fucked up, but don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. Well, where's the boy at? Well, as far as she know, he's staying with his granny down there on such and such and such and such. That's all you had to say. And all this is going on, of course, while the police force is trying to get the task up to speed. You know, everything is Tommy. They trying to figure out who Tommy is, where he came from, what he doing, yada, yada, yada. Stacy got her force, but now the head detective that we saw last week, he ain't happy about it. Stacy has requested personally that he works on the team. He didn't want to work on the team. He had already told her that. But now he on the team. So he goes and tells her like, yeah, I don't appreciate that shit. You went and got me on the team after I told you. She was like, I'm sorry. I know you don't want to do it, but you my best person. And he was just like, yeah, it figures that you would want me to do it, but you don't listen. Okay? You do whatever the hell you want to do. You ruin everything. The same way you ruined our marriage. I was just like, oh, and the plot thickens. So this is actually Stacy's man. Okay, and well, he ain't got too much patience for Stacy. I don't know exactly what Stacy did, but he's not pleased. So yeah, you on the job, he mad about it. He'll get over it. While they over there arguing about that, Diamond is at the barbershop cutting his PO's hair. You know, and his PO is like, you know, this real nice. This is a nice establishment. Okay, you might be one of them criminals that check out to do all right in the future. Okay, he got his good eye on Diamond, but he liked what he's seen so far. Okay, and then here come one of the crew coming from the basement. You know, that's where all the dirty work is done with CBI. I guess the PO just has no interest in downstairs. I mean, can't the PO go wherever they want? But I guess maybe he just doesn't have any reason to go down there. Anyway, the young man come up the stairs, and when he see the PO, you know, he kind of freezes. The Diamond kind of give him the look like, nigga, don't say nothing stupid. Okay? And he looked like he about to say something stupid. And then Diamond's co-barber, he was just like, hey, son, thanks for sweeping up around here. And then, yeah, you can go and pick up them cigarettes for me down at the station. I mean, at the store. And, you know, I'll give you your money. And then the boy just kind of looks at the man, and then he looks at the PO, looks at Diamond, and he was just like, yes, sir. Okay, and then the PO kind of back off. And, you know, the PO was just like, that's a good thing that you're doing there, you know, trying to help out the community. That boy ain't got the good sense that God gave him. Okay, Diamond, you could learn something from your co-barber here. Diamond was looking like, I bet I can. So Walter's talking to Vector, and he's upset. Okay, mad about Claudia. She tied up my money. Victor was just like, well, Dahlia was her baby. That shit blew up in her face. She's real frustrated right now. You think Egan knows that she killed his sidekick? And Victor was just like, well, he got an idea. Walter was like, oh, so that's why he wants to meet. Victor was like, well, when are you guys doing that? And then Walter said that he needed him to do him a favor. I don't know what Walter said. I looked at that scene like 20 times. I could not understand what the hell he said. His accent is so fucking strong. And why did I think that it was a fake accent? And then I saw him in a real interview recently. One of the rock stars sent me, and that's a real accent. I was like, what fucking accent is this that he has? Where is he from? Is it a Scottish accent? It doesn't sound quite Irish. I didn't realize that he was on Mayans. Or was it? Yeah, I think he was on Mayans, or was he on the other motorcycle show? Anyway, actually turns out that Walter's a bit of a snack in real life. I was looking right now, old white man snack, but yeah, he's actually a good looking guy. They spruced him up, cut his hair and everything, gave him a little bit of an edge. I like this Walter better than Walter last season. Whatever it was that he said, he told Victor that he needed his help. So Walter and Victor, they go and talk to the old guy that they was getting the fucked up opioids from. Now Walter's trying to work the deal, right? So he hands the man the money. Okay, no need to count it. It's all there. And the guy is just like, yeah, it's going to be a pleasure doing business with you. We going to get out there. We going to make sure that, these drugs take over, kill all the little monkeys out there. And child, when he said monkeys, Victor was just like, excuse me, what the fuck did you just say? Did you just call these people monkeys? Talking about CBI. Okay. Did you just call them monkeys? Yeah, he said monkeys. All right. You got a problem with that? Yeah, Victor got a problem with it. I could tell by the look on his face. All right. But Walter was looking at him like, yeah, don't worry about it. They monkeys today. Okay. I don't care if them your homeboys or whatever. Let them be what they gonna be. I said, look at Victor. Victor got more sense than Erica Mena. Even Victor know that you ain't supposed to call black people monkeys, but that's neither here nor there. Now, Tommy and Diamond are at Miguel's, all right? And Miguel is, I'm telling you, Miguel is not the most agreeable, all right? Tommy was like, so you called us down here because you want us to help find out who hit y'all crew? And Miguel was like, oh, no, we already got that person, okay? As a matter of fact, we fixing to torture them. That's why you here. And so they got one of the Serbs. And they done got the man there, and they done, hustled the man to this chair. They done put his hand and looked like some what is it? Whatever it is, it froze their hand. Okay? Completely froze it. And the man is screaming. I was like, he ain't screaming enough for me. Okay? The man is screaming, and then Miguel come and just hit his hand, and it disintegrates. It shatters. That's how frozen it is. And so Tommy's like, what this got to do with us? And Miguel said, it ain't got nothing to do with you other than you needed to see it, just so you know that I'm not fucking playing with none of y'all out here. So if you think that you about to cross me, I just needed you to see this to be reminded. So Tommy was just like, okay, noted. He got the message. So when they leave, Diamond was just like, yeah, this shit is, we playing with fire right here. And Tommy was just like, no, we needed to do exactly what we did so we can get the fuck up out of there. You see, they chopping off frozen hands and everything. Miguel suspects them, and Tommy was like, no, they don't. And he was like, yes, he does. And Tommy was like, no, he don't. Don't worry about it, though. We got to get the production. We need to get everything ramped up, okay? We need to make some shit happen. Diamond said, well, he got some connections down at the jail that he might be able to, make a move on. Let him see what he can do. But them having more product, that's going to mean the feds are really going to be onto them. Diamond is worried. Tommy was like, don't worry about it. I got it. Let me handle it. In the meantime, Tommy fixing to meet with Walter and Victor and see if he can find out, who shot Liliana. So they go and meet. So Walter goes to meet Tommy, Walter. Tommy fucking Egan. What's this about? You hear about Claudia's drug? And Tommy was just like, no, I need to know who shot Liliana. And then we can broker a peace. I don't want to keep dead in your business. And baby, why he say that? Walter was offended. He's like, why you think that you can fucking kill Claudia's business, that they think you could dead in my business as well? I was like, we're done here. Okay? Walter don't even want to talk to Tommy no more. Well, if it was one of your soldiers, I don't see why you care so much. And Walter was just like, maybe that's how you deal with one of your own. That's not how Walter deals with his. Tommy was just like, oh, one of your own, huh? Interesting choice of words. Paulie was like, I wouldn't tell that mope nothing. And Tommy was like, mope? Oh, Paulie, that's a New York word. We in Chicago. Things is wild here. Walter was just like, are you threatening me, boy? And Tommy was just like, yep, sure am. Now, speaking of Claudia get home and she see that her safe been broken into, all the shit taken out. She pissed off. She turned right around, bring the car back around. She got to go talk to somebody. And of course, she makes a beeline for her dad. She was like, I don't work for you, so you have somebody break into my fucking apartment and take my jewelry and my money out of my safe? And Paulie was just like, ain't nobody broke into your apartment. She was like, shut the fuck up, Paulie. Nobody talking to you. And Walter was just like, we actually did break into your apartment. One thing you should have learned when you're staying in my house is don't touch your daddy's money. He was like, you should have thought about all this before you was going over there wrecking up the dialysis business that we had. Anyways, Walter is just like, girl, you better get ready because Tommy got an idea that you killed Ileana Liliana. She was like, what did you tell him? I wouldn't sell my family and not to Tommy, Folk, and Egan. But fuck with me one more time and I'm gonna blow your security. Be prepared to take some fucking punches. Oh, Walter pretty good today, huh? Now, back at the jailhouse, we see this lady smuggling some drugs into the jail. You know, she got a real slick operation. The bailiff or the security guard or the cop there, you know, she ain't even paying attention. Old girl done slipped some drugs into an old microwave popcorn bag. And the drugs is getting distributed during child time. Well, young brother man over in the wheelchair notices some shit going down. He don't like this. Now, where these drugs coming from? What's happening here? Where the CBI boys at? Where the CBI boys is down for now. All right. Well, this is really a problem. Now, head detective, he out there looking for Lil K. So he show up at Granny house first. And Granny is real protective of him. You know, he was just like, is Lil K around? And she was like, who asking? He was like, yeah, I'm a detective. He shot at some real important people. I wanted to make sure that I protect him, so I need to talk to him, you know. Granny ain't coming up off the where K add information, so he gives her his card, you know, have him call me. But she don't even give him that information yet because next thing you know, Janard is there. Kay got caught slipping, taking out some trash or some shit for Granny. So Janard catch him back there and he was just like, give me one reason why I shouldn't kill your ass right now. Didn't I tell you not to fucking mess with Tommy? Now you done shot and killed an 8-year-old girl and everybody is on our damn back. And just to make sure that he understand, Granny tell Janard that with that cauliflower ear that you got, you know, I could pick you out of a lineup. So you either gonna kill Kay and me or you gonna get the fuck on. Well, Janard ain't gonna kill the Granny, so he gets the fuck on. But you better believe he watching you, Kay. Now, jumping back over to Diamond. Diamond is telling Tommy that they having problems in the jail getting their drugs out. And Tommy was like, fuck, we need somebody that can get in there good. You don't know anybody, like, you know, a lawyer or somebody that we can get the drugs in there? And he was like, yeah, I think I might know somebody. What about Janard? And Tommy was like, I told Janard that he got a little time to get his boy together, but if he don't do it, I'ma do it. So he better be making some plans. But Tommy did find out that Claudia killed Ileana Liliana. Okay, it's just a hunch, but and Diamond was like, you can't kill her over no hunch. All right, you got to know for a fact. And Tommy knows that too. Even though he feel it in his bones, he gonna make sure he gets confirmation. Now, jumping back over to Tommy's family, Kate is at home. She's making a cake for her grandson. Okay, she's full granny mode for real now. And JP comes home. So she's like, oh, JP, hold on, before you got other things to do. You know, I just wanted to talk to you. So she does the same thing with him that she did with Tommy. You know, I'm in AA and I've got to make amends. You know, I am sorry for abandoning you. Okay. And JP ain't letting her off the hook that easily either. He said, well, why did you abandon me? She was like, well, because I was really young. You know, I was 14. He was like, yeah, and you were 16 when you had Tommy. So you were still young then. You kept Tommy and you got rid of me. Why? Because I was black? She was like, no, not because you were black. You know, I'm not racist. And he was just like, yeah, that's probably the main reason why. You left a black child behind and you took your white child, you know. Y'all sure making this difficult for Kate. Kate thought that she was just going to be able to say, I'm sorry, and that everybody was going to be okay with it, but it's looking like nobody is going to just be okay with it. She said that it was complicated, but JP was just like, yeah, I bet it was. You know what? Just forget about the whole thing. Same conversation she had with Tommy. But then he realizes that this is a very similar conversation that he had with his son. So maybe he got to cut Kate a little bit of slack. And Kate, poor thing, she go to her AA meeting and she telling the people like how she tried to apologize to everybody and they was making that shit real difficult. She thought it was going to be easy. And no, it's not real easy. Well, yeah, because you can apologize all the time. But if the other person doesn't forgive you, or if it takes them time to forgive you, then you just got to sit back and wait for that to happen. So Kate just gonna have to wait. Now, jumping over to Victor, we see Victor, he calls in to the police a drug deal on the street. You know, it's somebody that's got a big bag full of opioids right on the corner of such and such and such and such, you know, in a gray pants and blue shirt. All right. So he calls in a drug bust on his own drugs, and then he calls Walter and he tells them, you know, that they got a problem on their hands. At the same time, Tommy meets with Claudia. Who shot Ileana Liliana? She said she doesn't know. He said, you killed her, didn't you? And she was just like, Tommy, there were millions of bullets flying around. Have you ever stopped to think maybe she was hit by friendly fire? Nope. He ain't thought that. Just admit it. You know you the one that shot her. Well, she ain't doing that, Tommy. She look at him and she don't say yes or no, but just the look in her face, Tommy was just like, I knew it was you. He pulls his gun out like he about to do something, but then he puts it away. She was just like, you won't make it far, but it wasn't me, you know. And he was just like, I know it was you. All right. He gonna keep his good eye on her until he got confirmation, and then he gonna blow her head off. Over at the jailhouse, Diamond sent the new lawyer. And the new lawyer meets with the man in the wheelchair and basically tells him that it's a new sheriff in town, that they getting their drugs from somewhere else and he ain't really got no say on it. He don't want to do that, but oh well. He said the shit can be free and he still wouldn't fuck with the CBI boys. And the lawyer's just looking at him like, you sure that's how you want to play this? That's how he want to play it. So when he leave there, remember the cop that was watching him earlier? We thought that she was oblivious. Oh no, she know what the hell going on. So he talking to her and she act like she finds some drugs on his wheelchair. She was like, oh shit, what is this? He was just like, you know good damn well that ain't mine. You know, she just basically is letting him know that I know you said that you don't want to work with, you know, get these drugs from the other people. You still trying to fuck with the Serbs, but you better get on this train now. He was like, don't do me like this. She was like, I'm telling you, you going to get on board or you going to get shipped off to Pontiac. They don't treat y'all right over there. He was like, so I got to work with Diamond in order for this to work. And she was just like, yes, you work with Diamond. It's not a hard decision. And he was just like, you right, it's not. Okay, he's in. Like he had a choice. Now, the thing with Diamond that is going to get on all of our nerves, I know it's going to get on mine, is Diamond needs to figure out what he wants to be in this neighborhood. Do you want to be the drug dealer? Do you want to be the community activist? Do you just trying to be a barber? Are you trying to be a drug kingpin? Are you trying to run? Like, what exactly are you trying to do here, Diamond? You know, he just cut this young man's hair, the young man that was speaking at the rally the other day, and he's telling him, you know, he got a future in public speaking, maybe politics. You know, he's proud of him. And then when the boy walk off, you know, the neighborhood thugs come up to him like, nigga, what's wrong with you? You know, who told you to say all that at the rally? You know, they ain't like that shit. And Diamond come out and tell the boy like, hey, runs them off and was like, hey, you can't let them just treat you like that. Don't let them, you know, when he tries to grab the boy kind of flinch. He was like, you got to protect yourself. But the boy got a look on his face like he don't know how to protect himself. You remember that Diamond was Golden Gloves boxer back in the day. So now Diamond was like, you know what? Let me teach you how to fight. Now, the detective, the head detective, he goes back and he speaks to Kay. Of course, Granny right there. All right, she ain't playing. The detective is telling Kay, like, listen, they know that you shot that young girl and they after you. If you can help me bring down Tommy Egan and CBI, you know, then you should be good. You know, even though you killed an 8-year-old child, I'm willing to let you go for, you know, bringing everybody else in. Okay. And what does Kay tell him? That he ain't no snitch. And you obviously ain't got no witnesses, because I would be arrested already. You ain't just gonna let me go just because. You must think you talking to an amateur. So get on out my face, detective. And Granny was just like, I mean, is everything good, detective? Do you have a warrant for his arrest, or are we free to go? Well, he don't have a warrant, so yes, you're free to go. Now, Janard's nerves, I told you, is bad, because Janard owed the Serbs. Janard owed Miguel. Janard is running from Tommy. Janard got a whole lot of shit, right? So he driving, he stressed out. The Serbs pull him over and tell him they want their fucking money. Janard's like, I need some more time. I need some more time. All right, get out the truck. Janard was like, what, nigga? I ain't getting out. Get the fuck out this truck. Okay, pulls him out the truck, takes his truck. I said, damn, Janard going out sad, y'all. So Janard has Kay come and pick him up. And, Janard is looking at Kay out the side of his eye. He don't trust him. Like, nigga, you wearing a wire? Because Kay was talking about, the drive-by and the shooting and the drugs and Tommy and all this. And Janard was like, what you doing all this damn talking for? You got a wire on you? He started checking Kay out. And Kay was like, no, nigga, I ain't got no damn wire. Get your hands off of me. And he was like, nigga, what you said to me? And he was like, get your hands off me. So they all fighting and shit. He pull out the gun. They going back and forth over this gun in the car. I said, oh, Lord, somebody gonna get shot in this car. What is wrong with Janard? But Janard, you gotta remember, he a street nigga. Okay? And he too swift for old boy, for old K. And child, next thing you know, Janard got the damn seatbelt wrapped around K's neck. And he choke him out. Kills him dead right there, y'all. I said, oh, K, damn. Janard, you had to do that to your homeboy? Janard was like, bitch ass nigga. All right, pulls him out the car, leave him in the trash, cover him up a little bit, and then take his truck. I was like, I don't know if that's the smartest thing, Janard. And then Janard go on and finish up the little drugs that he have in his pocket. That's what started this whole thing. Kay was mentioning how Janard is getting high off his own supply. I said, oh, Janard, you turning into a for real junkie? Okay, Janard is going to be a problem. Okay, now Tommy's still out there trying to find out who killed Liliana. He killed another one of Walter's boys. Now, Walter, remember he got that call from Victor that they got a problem. He mad because his drugs is gone. Remember, Victor had called the damn police on it. So he goes to meet back up with old boy that gave him the dirty opioids. He want his fucking money back. Victor was like, it sounds like he's trying to fuck us. And Walter was just like, fuck you, you fucking white collar cocksucker. You think you can fuck me over? God was just like, no, you being fucked over. And you know what? Victor don't have the patience for this, so he shoot and killed a man. And Walter was just like, what the fuck did you do that for? You fucking simpleton. You know what you just did. This is bad for business. Hey, but this is all a part of Victor's plan. Remember, he's going to ruin Walter's business. No, we never see any money and you just screwed us with Dublin. Clean up your fucking shit. Okay, Walter's pissed. You're gonna have to handle this one, Victor. Then we see Diamond and Tommy. They go back and meet with Miguel, and they tell Miguel that they need more product. Miguel just can't understand why y'all got so much product and y'all moving it so like, what is going on? And they was like, we got a new distribution up in the jails. And Miguel said, no, the Serbs got the jails, and they was like, not anymore. So we gonna take double what we had. Tommy was like, we'll even take more than that if we get a bulk discount. And Miguel was just like, let him think about it. Miguel was just like, I don't know what's going on with these young men's here. Then Tommy goes back to the house and he sees a bucket of ice cream in the freezer. And that's special to him. He was like, oh my God. He goes and gets a spoon and he just eats it. And I was just like, it's just ice cream. What's the big deal? But then he sees Kate. Kate is over there asleep on the couch. So he wakes her up and she was just like, oh, I fell asleep. And he was just like, Mom, thanks for the ice cream. Okay. Like that's why it was so special, because she, I guess she used to promise these things to him and never do it. So we see Kate trying to turn over a new leaf. Ain't that sweet? After he finished with his mama, he texts the sister, see if she would be down for a date the next day, and she is down. So things is looking up for him and old girl. Then we see that the detective has found Kay's body. And he was like, son of a bitch. I said, yeah, you got to move quicker. You got to be quicker than that. And lastly, y'all, we see Janard. Janard pull up And child, instead of being the drug dealer, he is the drug dealee. And he is actually getting some heroin. Give me some of that heroin he gets from the people. And he does it right there in the car, get him a quick bump. And I was just like, damn, like I said, Janard turned into a full-blown junkie, you guys. Hate to see it. All right, you guys, actually, I am starting to really enjoy Tommy. I think this season is turning out to be better than last season. So far, we haven't had anything that I just was just like, this is ridiculous. I mean, you know, a couple little sensational parts, but I think a little bit more realistic this season than it was last season. So we're doing good, you guys. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm itsrox. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.